Welcome back, everyone, to Sekai, the Lookout Chronicles of Another World. The party is back together. We are here for the summer as we celebrate our first summer at Kame House series here on the Lookout Network. I am AD. I have Jerry and Pat back. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling?
Hi, I'm doing good, doing wonderful. Life's been lifing.
That's an understatement.
Listen, nothing is worse as the person we about to be talking about. Okay, that's really how you gotta think about it. It's like my life may be bad, but it's not his.
Yeah, it's true. She definitely was pissing me off. I forgot how irritating that man was at first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not. That's a conversation for another day. But yeah, how are y'all feeling? Like, what have y'all been up to in the last few months?
Work and trying to travel. I just went to Boston for the first time about a month ago for my homeboy's graduation. It was pretty good too. I enjoyed it. Definitely like the aesthetic of Boston. Wouldn't move there.
You
It's too damn expensive.
not the Atlanta for white people. That's probably why you like it.
Oh
It's
no,
the Atlanta for
it was a lot of black people. It was a melting pot. You saw all different types. It was just the overall like aesthetic, like the visual and the vibe that Boston gave me was just more my speed versus Atlanta. But again, it's just too damn expensive. I paid $20 for a Henny margarita. That's too damn high.
Shout out to Henny. Shout out to Henny.
Oh my god, not with their lovely
$17.
southern,
Listen,
Hey,
their summer cocktails.
the AP swatches,
the $15 little drinks, man. Yeah, ain't bad.
Oh.
That berry one, y'all is nasty. Off-brand cough medicine. Don't buy it.
wait, which
No,
one?
the berry. No, the berry.
The berry
Oh,
is
have you
nasty.
chilled them?
I've chilled both. I bought all three flavors. Chilled all of them. To me, the berry tastes like off-brand cough medicine, and other people on the internet are agreeing with me. That shit is nasty. That is my least favorite one. My least favorite one.
Oh, that's funny. My friends and I did like a tasting. Like you literally would have thought we were sommeliers. Like took it very seriously. And we gave them ratings. The margarita one got the lowest, and then the berry, and then the iced tea. But the
Iced
berry
tea's
is
number
nice
one.
when you think like, oh, this would be nice as like a mojito, because that's like actually after we like tasted, we looked at the back and it was like, oh yeah, inspired by a berry mojito. It was like, oh yeah, I can see it now. I can see the blackberry and the mint. Yeah, muddle it.
If
Uh-huh.
mojitos taste like that, you could count me out. That shit tastes like coffee.
Oh my
You
gosh.
could count me out. You could count me.
It is some of my friends did say that when we tested, but I liked it. I thought it was good. She's very beautiful to me.
Hey, to each their own. We all have our own, you know what I'm saying, flavors and tastes, you know what I'm saying. But for me, I took a sip of that shit. I went straight to my mom. You want this shit? She said,
Gave her the whole bottle. You like, here
give
you
me the
go.
whole bottle. Hey, here you go.
You said, I don't need this in my possession.
Yeah, I don't. No, I'm cool. I'm cool. The margarita one would be better, but they made it like a margarita, and you can't do that with a Hennessy margarita. You have to make it differently, which is what made it.
Same. That's what I say. I'm like, it's actually like I see the vision, but it's
They didn't
not
have the
there.
Atlanta flair. They didn't have the
Yeah.
Atlanta flair of making the Henny margarita. They should have got someone from Atlanta in the room, taste testing the shit
Send
first.
them to France. Send
Yeah, and
them
be
to
like, all
France on my
right,
stead.
yeah, like, nah, that's not right. You got, yeah, let's redo that one because it's that lime
I was. It feels like
aftertaste
it's
at
like
the
pure
end.
lime juice and
Yeah, it's
like
that lime aftertaste at the end that fucks it up. Like that first hit is cool, and then when
yeah, it's like it's like too sour, not sweet enough. But I
then when
mean,
it sits, it's just that lime and hit comes in. It's like they made this just like a regular margarita instead. It's just like
Here's my critiques on all three that they should do. The iced tea one. All it needs is some lemonade.
bro,
I wish it
Uh,
had more of a tea flavor.
an Auto Palmer, that shit would butt, bro,
Yeah,
Henny
it needs a
Palmer,
little bit more tea.
bro.
Key Palmer Henny.
Oh my
Yeah.
bro.
god. Not a Kiki margarita, please.
Bro,
Yeah.
I thought the same shit when I tasted it. I'm like, a little bit of lemonade would. This shit was slap.
No cap. I would have said the same thing for the berry one.
Some
Yeah, the
lemonade?
berry's
Yeah.
not
That would have
bad.
fixed it?
But I feel
A
it
berry
though.
lemonade, like
You know what? I'm gonna buy another bottle and I'll make my own concoction with it
Yeah,
and
you
I'll
need to
try that
concoct that one.
and
That
I'll
one
see
for
what it
sure.
yeah.
tastes like.
Because
We'll
when we
see.
first tasted it, we are like, oh, it's too syrupy. Like it's too like it's thicker than
It's
the other two. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay. Once we chilled it and like well, we really just had like an ice cube in it, and then like our ice melted a little bit, and that kind of like diluted it. And we're like, oh, okay, I see the
Mm-hmm.
difference now. So it does need something to help like cut that one.
Yep. And then the other one just turned into a frozen Henrita.
bro. It just needs that altercation with whatever extra step y'all put in to get that lime taste. Remove it. That's all you got to do is remove it, and then it'll be fine. You just remove that lime, and it's perfect.
But that's like the main thing in a margarita. So it has to be there. I just
Yeah,
think
but I didn't put too much or cut it back because even with like a Henny margarita you get here in Atlanta, it's don't have that lime aftertaste, but it still gives you margarita with Henny.
because
It's a
they just use a sour mix. They just use like a sweet and sour mix
Yeah.
and then pour that and then put the henny in it and then
and
shake it.
that's all you need then. That's
But
all
that's what I'm
you
saying. Like
need.
if you do the frozen margarita, that the ice will stretch it out.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Like they do need to be actually like diluted. They need to be mixed. Like when they put cocktail on there, they meant they're like they want. I don't think they were intended for this to be drunken straight.
Look, and people are out here drinking these bitches straight. Cause what? When I go to Salem, best believe they're gonna be about 5 of these in my suitcase. It's gonna be about 5 of these in my suitcase because I'm not buying these bitches in Massachusetts. Too expensive.
Yeah. And it's just crazy how like they're cheaper than regular Henny. Like people will actually go and buy this. Like
Henny made
Yeah,
a
because they're just a little cocktail mix.
they made
yeah,
a play. Henny made a play with this one. As they
yeah,
said, the CIA got us again, as they claim.
Yeah,
yeah.
they were like, we know what the blacks want.
Hood activities right before the summer. We
Right.
got you. Don't
We
worry
gave
about it.
we gave you the AP pocket watch and freaking mini hennies. Y'all know y'all gonna love it.
Mhm.
Cause you know somebody is right now at a desk crafting that little wrist sleeve for that damn AP watch to turn it into a regular watch. You already know somebody is.
Of
Mhm.
course. Of course. Yeah. And they're making like Cutwater popsicles. I'm like, oh, y'all really want us
Oh,
to have
that's too hood. That's too ratchet.
y'all want us to have a joyous time this summer.
Too
Thank you.
ratchet. Cut water popsicles is too ratchet. We
What?
need to dial it back
Please. I
some.
need that right
Whoa,
now.
whoa, whoa! Y'all trying to black out this summer and you're like, whoa.
I
All the
mean, as long
outside
as you
festivities.
drink
Like,
responsibly, have your water on deck, and I think you'll be fine.
you know damn well people out here don't drink responsibly all the time.
You need to
Call
pace
your Uber.
yourselves.
Make sure you have a designated
Yes,
driver.
please.
You know, this is the summer for the ages. Um,
And don't mess it up. Don't mess
And
it
we
up.
got Fetty Wap out here making music too. It's about to be bad.
oh yeah, they got him as the special guest at Hot 97.
Oh, this is
Their festival. I don't really know that because I talked to Mills about it a while ago because we went to birthday bash, me and my sister, and the lineup there was crazy. And he was like, "This shit kind of ass compared to what y'all had for birthday bash. Like
Mm,
half this roster for the young niggas. Like,
yeah, no birthday bash is for the old heads.
yeah,
And it's actually low key always been like that. So
yeah, man. Yin Yang Twins out there. Kilo Ali was out there. Gucci, Ti, Waka. Rocco showed up. He got a mixtape dropping soon. He had to shout that out. Soldier Boy was there. It was a crazy time. Oh yeah, shout out to Atlanta. But yeah. All right, we got to pivot a little bit. It's been a while. It's been a couple months. We got to talk anime.
Mm.
We got to talk a little anime. What have y'all been watching since our break?
Um,
Any recommendations? Anything y'all feel like people should tap into?
I feel like right now everyone is watching probably the same shit because it's just like the same shit that's really popular. But you got the show from Full Metal, the creator of Full Metal, that's
Oh,
pop
Demons of the Shadow Realm.
Games of the Shadow Realm. What Witch's Hat I think it's called.
Oh,
Uh,
Witch Hat Atelier.
yeah, Witch Hat Tillier, that's popping off. Slime season 4, of course, which is going crazy too. Where's my Crunchyroll at? Right here.
No, literally, I was like, let me get my iPad. I
Let
had
me
to get
pull
my
my
iPad.
pull my. Oh, Wistoria Wand and Sword going crazy. Cause my boy Will is on fire. All right. If y'all not watching that, y'all need to get on that one. I know a lot of people may not know about it, but you want some gas? That's some gas right there. Will is a black man in a white man's body. He's going through everything that a black man goes. Any black person will go through it. I promise you. It's literally just a story of a black person in magic.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
Um,
Or
I have what have I been watching? Um, I've been watching Needy Girl Overdose. It's based off of a game, but it's like the art style and the direction is like totally different. I guess they decided like they're going for real build the world, and it's not so much like a one to one as like the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoy that. It is very kind of cookie crazy, but it's lovely. It is about a girl who wants to be a streamer named Ame-chan. Ame-chan wants to be a streamer, but like in the game, you got like 30 days to help her get like 1 million followers. And there are different routes and different endings based upon how well you do or don't support her with her needs. So it talks a lot about like your mental health, the issues that comes with streaming, how do you get there, different like routes people take in streaming. Um, in some of the endings, she becomes a cult leader. She becomes a god. Another one, she destroys the internet. Like that's how popular she is. She becomes the only person that people watch on the internet, and quite a few other things too. But the direction of the anime as I'm watching now is a little bit different, though. It has like new characters in there because the game is typically focused just on Ame. But they're introduced like other streamers, other issues, other interpersonal relationships. So I really like that. And to go with what we have, I have been watching my BL, my yaoi. Um, but it
Mm-hmm.
fits. It fits. I've been watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all
um,
that shit you had us look at. Crazy.
yes, yes. Isekai office worker, the other worlds, whatever, depends on the bean counter. Yeah, really good. Regular office worker, he gets isekai'd accidentally with a girl who's summoned to the other world. So he's not actually summoned. He just like saw her get transported. He was like, "Whoa, what is this? What is this wormhole? Let me help you out." Gets pulled in. But then it's like, oh, can I just have like a regular job here? Like I worked in accounting before. Like, let me do that. And finds out that these people are corrupt and embezzling funds. And so he's trying to get them together with some other things, of course. So yeah. I think
Y'all,
it's
she
wonderful.
is skipping the most integral parts of this damn show.
No,
I-
she
that's
burying the lead on that one. She burying the
that
lead on
I
that
am
one.
not burying any
Bro,
lead.
bro,
What are you saying to
you
me?
are making it sound so much lighter than it is.
It is light. It is
It
light.
is
I mean,
not
it is a
light.
little mature. You gotta be a little
You
mature,
got
but
a
it's
grown man
light.
straddling another grown man talking about give me consent before I enter you. What are we
He
talking
had
about?
to do it to save his life, of course. Because he ends up, okay, he basically ends up like mana overdosing on these like Red Bull tonics because he's a workaholic. But because he's not a part of that world and he was accidentally summoned, like they didn't really want that man there. He can't like handle the atmosphere. So he basically has like mercury poisoning. And the commander of like the knighthood is trying to save him, and so they just had to be in physical contact, but he needs a lot of physical contact because he's so poisoned. So yeah.
Yeah, so you had to mount this man to do so. Sure.
Yeah, I
Sure.
mean, hey, to save your life,
And then you
know.
phrase it like that. Sure.
That's
Yeah.
what happened. I don't even
Hmm.
know why y'all acting like that. And it's not anything like overtly crazy. It's still very it's implied. It's implied. You don't
Look,
see
don't
the
get me
action.
wrong now, right? I
Y'all
could
don't
watch
see the
some
action.
of
I
those
promise.
because
I
I
promise.
love Yuri on Ice. That was great, right? But Yuri on Ice was still like it had a great story and it led. And then yeah, it had its moments. This one is completely in your face. There's no way you're confused about what they're trying to hint at. Like it is direct. Very direct.
Yeah, it's a BL. It's okay. It be like that.
Hey, yup. Yup. I'm surprised it ain't go the gush gush route.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
that's
Like it's
nasty
still
work.
it's very tasteful. It's very tasteful. It's not nothing degenerate. If you like your regular like BL, mangas, I think you'll be fine. Your shonen
And if you know
eyes.
what that meant, you were as traumatized as the rest of us.
If you like a good shonen eye, a little BL, a little, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But once again, it is a part of the main story, but once again, the undercurrent of everything is our main character figuring out where is all the money in the kingdom going, because why are y'all broke and why are y'all be making these crazy payment requests from the accounting department. So he get him, and then the church is also embezzling money too. So now he got to go to the church and figure out why they too are just taking money. These are real world things, real politics, real things.
My only concern, for real, and I'm saying this jokingly, but also for real about that show is like there's only two women in that show, and they're both being used by the patriarchy.
This is not
I
about
need.
them. Unfortunately, this is not about them ladies.
I'm just saying. Clearly, it's not. I mean,
No.
I would like a little bit more balance with my stories. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like I would like to see a little bit more character development with But I understand it's not about them. It's about the flourishing relationship between two young lads. That I get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like that is the main story. And once again, they're in the military and like in the kingdom. Like that just happens to be the department that's all male. It just be like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that they won't give the ladies swords. But I do know one lady who has a sword, and I will talk about her once we get into it. 'Cause I do love her.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. For me, unfortunately, by the time this recording goes up and live, I would not have been watching anything new other than Demons of the Shadow Realm because I am unfortunately entrenched with all of the events at Samurai Comic House. I would have just finished Hell's Paradise. I would have been watching Demons of the Shadow Realm, probably rewatching Full Metal Alchemist around this time. Um, and then I also have to get into Sentence to Be a Hero, Digimon Tamers. It's all bad for me. I'm not watching anything new. But I have been watching, Snowball Earth, which is a really, really good series. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic mecha story. It's like post-apocalyptic mecha sci-fi story about a boy who think about what's his name? Shinji from Evangelion. Like he's a boy who ends up hopping in this robot. His dad makes him fight the beasts that come into the city to like destroy it or whatever like that. And he has the power to do so. But unlike Shinji, he actually wants to do it because he has social anxiety, but he makes friends with the AI of the robot. Um so they go off on this crazy mission in space and they're like, "Hey, if you defeat all the aliens up here as we're, guiding you out here, we can go back home safely." So he goes out and tries to be a distraction. This warp ship is out there with him, and the way that the plane is supposed to go is like he's the distraction, and the warp ship is going to charge the super large laser to destroy all the aliens in the area. Unfortunately, the power gets cut in the ship. So all the shields go down, all the lights go off, everybody is really exposed out there, and their only means of defense is like 500 meters in space, like away from them, defeating other monsters. And so everybody on that ship gets killed. All the aliens just like rip that bitch open. And so like they're thinking, oh shit, like him and the AI are about to die to these hordes of aliens. And the AI is like, yo, I need you to survive. I'm about to hit the eject button. Gets ejected, gets put into cold sleep, lands back on Earth 10 years later and is frozen over. So now he has to find remaining life on Earth and figure out how he can survive. But remember, he has social anxiety. He doesn't know how to talk to people. So when he finally meets like the first citizens that he has come into contact with, he's like, "Oh, I'm stumbling over my words. I don't know how to talk, but I really need y'all help, and I would like to be friends with you guys." And it's about his journey of protecting them, trying to figure out what happened to Earth, if there's any other survivors, all of these things. And this is really it's been really good. The only thing that might turn people off is this 3D CG, but it's really good 3D CG, like really well done. Of course, Witch Hat Atelier, that's been good. Marriage Toxin has been really good. Those are my Marriage Toxin is one of my Shonen Jump ones. It's done by Bones. They've taken over after uh, Vigilantes and regular My Hero have ended this year, so that's their next big thing. And Yakuta. Um, I think that's really it. Yeah, I ain't been watching nothing new. I've been watching basketball too and baseball. Like my mind has been in other places, but there is one show that is airing right now that has a season 4 going on, and we're going to talk about that. That is the topic of today's podcast as we start our journey. We are talking about ReZero.
It hurts.
Do you want to die?
Die? Am I dead? Am I still alive?
Now slow.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh. I'm dead. What's going on? I'd say I was dreaming, but this is obviously really happening. A fantasy in another world. It's kind of hard to believe.
Where's that money from?
If you don't want to get hurt, cough up whatever you've got. But this has to be a time leap. And each time, I return to my initial state.
How strange. You don't seem afraid of dying at all.
Are you out of your mind? I'm insanely scared of dying.
Move it, you guys!
Which is why, this time, I'm determined to find a way out. Wait, what?
It's plain to see that you're overwhelmed about something. But you're not going to tell me what's really going on, are you?
I tried so hard. I was so desperate to set things right.
What are you doing? Do you want to die or something?
What will happen to me? Take this! If I die again. You've really got a million-volt smile!
I'm going to tell Miss Amelia.
I wasn't trying to hit on you.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Uh, yippee.
This has been something that we've been talking about a little bit uh, for a while now. Jerry, when was the
Mhm.
first time you watched ReZero? Were you watching it when it first aired?
I did. I I consider myself to be a ReZero truther. I was there in season 1 when no one was watching ReZero. So that's like back like what probably like
It's
20,
like 2016, 2017,
yeah, like 2017. I believe it was 2017 because I think I was done with school.
2016. I see it right here.
Yeah. I peeped because I was like, I really do like the isekai genre. Let me see. And I was enamored. I said, "Oh, this is so different. It's so dark. It's so wonderful. Subaru's terrible. Everything's great, and he don't want to go home. I need this." So much so, to that when season 1 ended, I was so locked in. I went and found the web novel, and I was hitting Google Translate trying to read the web novel. Like I loved it that much. Like 'cause at that time, there wasn't a. I don't even think the light novel was out, or I think it just had started. The light novel wasn't really out. Only thing we had really was the anime. Nothing else.
Hmm.
I was there. I was there with my terrible Google Translate. And the further I got into where like season 1 ends, where season 2 kind of ends up going and with the sanctuary. Um However, without good context and Google Translate was not that good, I really did not know what was going on. I really couldn't pick up what was going down, but a lot was going down. And I said, maybe I'll wait. And then I had to wait. And then I had to wait. And then I had to wait. So much so, I remember I made a tweet. It was like, I will not rest until we get a season 2 for ReZero. And then lo and behold, our season 2 finally came. I said, thank you. Everyone will get to see the greatness that is ReZero. And I believe that's what ended up happening, right? Like season 2 came out, everyone's like, oh, what's this? Went back, watched season 1, and 2 became a ReZero truther. So I'm very happy that everyone enjoys it. I've had like discussions with friends that feel like, along with like Sword Art Online, like ReZero kind of did like push the envelope for what an isekai can be, kind of like popularized it, which may have given that little gateway to the abundance of isekai that we have now. However, ReZero stands at the top because it's not like them. Those are poor imitations. They not for real. So always keep that in mind. But yes, I do like ReZero. I think it is one of the greats in the demographic and the genre. So I'm very happy to talk about it today.
Yeah. Let me give a little preamble, and then Patrick, I'll want to get your first thoughts on it. Um, so ReZero first started 2012 on the Shosetsuka Ninaro app. Um, we've covered 2 series that were on that app. That was Seventh Prince, and I believe My Next Life as a Villainess. Both of those started in the same app. So might have some good web novels on that month. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot. As I scroll the wiki page, there are a lot of actual like series that came from there that have anime out, and they're not bad. Some of them are questionable, but like most of them are pretty good. So yeah, that might be web novel version of Shonen Jump right there. Uh, Anime came out and debuted in 2016, produced by Studio White Fox. If you don't know who White Fox is, that is actually the studio that did Akame ga Kill, Steins Gate. They've done this as one of their larger ones. Goblin Slayer, Overly Cautious Hero. Yeah, they have a fair amount of good series under their belt. Oh,
This is crazy because I hate Akame got killed.
damn nephew. I understand though, because like it was good up until like episode 18.
And I'll save that rant for another day.
We might have to cover it.
No, but I know because I don't want to watch it. Actually, no. I must reject.
Oh man,
Shopping so I reject. Like, where's Orihime?
you're sick. Also, shout out to that Bleach museum um going on. But yes, the plot starts Subaru Natsuki, a neat 17 years old, shut in at school. He's at the convenience store buying some snacks or whatever. Looking at the latest Shonen Jump, leaves the convenience store, blinks, all of a sudden he's in another world. Crazy, right? And he spends his time trying to figure out how he can awaken his powers, what he can do. He gets beat up by a couple thugs, then rescued by a silver-haired elf. Um Things are speeding up kind of quickly. He doesn't really know like what he's doing here. He doesn't know how he can, handle the life that he's been thrown into. So he follows the silver haired elf named Satella, um, as they go around trying to find this thing that she lost called an insignia. They end up at this bar in the middle of the night, and as they go in there, shit hits the fan. Somebody's attacking them, cuts his stomach open. Satella walks in, gets knocked out. He's sitting there bleeding out on the ground. And as he's bleeding out, he's like, I'll save you, I'll save you, I'll save you, I'll save you. And then cut to him being back at the place that he first arrived at in the world. He's time looping. He calls this ability return by death. And every time that he dies in some way, shape, or form, he returns back to a specific save point. Patrick,
Yes.
what were your first thoughts experiencing ReZero? Have you watched it before, and what were your thoughts on this time?
I watched it before. I watched it like a month after it was like completely finished, and then I just kind of like binged the whole thing. Um, but looking back to when I first watched it till now, I guess because I'm older, it makes me realize just how insufferable that man was being at first. And literally had the like he gave me the urge to whoop his ass so many times. Like I just physically wanted to fight him because it was like, bro, what are you doing? What are you saying? Why are you acting like this? Like you act like you don't understand you're in a different world. Like you're haven't already starting to figure some of this shit out. Like you acting like a baby. And then yeah, we gotta give him some leeway. He's in a new world. He's dying. He's being tortured. A mental break. Cool, I get that. But some of the shit he was doing literally just frustrated me to my core. I was like, I can't stand this man. I was like, I didn't feel this way when I first watched it. So like it has to be something in me has changed as I've gotten older too. It's like, nah, I can't do this. I would have beat his ass a long time ago. I don't know why the fuck Rem in love with this motherfucker. And
Oh my gosh, please no. No.
oh,
I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it.
and oh, yo, that shit bugs me. But he does get better at the end of at the end of the episode, thanks to my girl Rem. Again, he doesn't deserve her. She's top girl. I don't understand what he's thinking, but whatever. Rem pretty much brings this dumbass out of his head and finally makes him see the light. And he finally starts understanding that, yeah, I've been a selfish prick. Kind of just been doing shit my way, thinking that it's going to, work out if I just did this. And it's not. Let me be a better man. And he finally starts to becoming a better man. I'm like, all right, I can tolerate you now. Like, but
All right, real quick. I got one question.
Mm.
Who is Rem?
Don't piss me off. Don't.
Bro,
Ram won Best Girl at the Crunchyroll
bro,
Anime Awards that year. Let
yo,
me fucking tell you, she
you
won, and
say that quote,
she
bro.
earned every bit of that spot. Okay.
You say that quote, bro, and it's like it. I am truly baffled how long it took that man to figure that out.
Man,
I'm
man.
like, why
I
did it
mean,
take?
okay, but given the situation, right? Like in context, you are correct. Subaru, I peeped that first time I watched it. I said, "God, dang, this man cringy. Oh, do not like him." But I feel like that's a part of the appeal is that he's so terrible. I feel like that's a part of the appeal, but also it's like they're in their world. They all know the lore, right? So they feel
True.
like they don't have to explain things to him. He should just know
I'm
things.
not saying
But he
no.
literally don't be knowing what he
Yeah.
really
But
don't
the
know
thing is
what's
though,
going
right? You're in
on.
the carriage. You're in the carriage. You done hired all these merchants to go get these people to save them. You're attacked by this creature now, right? You look to your right. There was a carriage there. You look back at the driver. You look back to your right. The carriage is gone. You ask the driver, "Hey, what happened to the people next to us?" What are you talking about? There was no people next to us. There was never people next to us. All right, cool. That makes sense. Yeah, all right, wait a minute. That's weird. Why are you saying that? But when it happens two more times and you don't be like, dang, is this thing erasing people? Like, that would be my first thought. Is this thing erasing people? And maybe that's just the nerd in me. But he's also a nerd. I think that's what pissed me off. Because he plays video games. He understands, like, fantasy worlds. Why are you so slow on this take? Like,
He is on the update. But I mean,
like,
okay. He, he rushing trying to save people, bro. He got one thing in mind. He is very one track minded, which is the core issue at hand.
We got to start from him showing up first in the world, because he shows up, he meets Satella, and like I said, he dies and gets sent back to the beginning. But the first person he meets out there is the same silver-haired girl, but he's like, Satella. She's like,
why the hell would you call me that? Yeah.
Why the
yeah.
fuck would you call me that? Don't you ever utter that.
See, And
He's
that's
like,
the
hey,
part that
yo,
I'm
bro,
saying
like that's the
about you,
name you
right?
told me to
Because
call you, bro.
Yeah.
What?
when you bring that up, right, when he first got to the world, he wasn't scared, he wasn't anxious.
He
He
was actually
immediately like
super
he was
happy.
excited. He's like, "Oh my god,
He
I got
said, I get to
teleported to it."
restart my life, bro. I'm up.
Yeah, he was quick on the uptake then, but
Well,
you just
I don't know if
know
he was quick on the uptake because he
he
definitely got
was.
his ass beat like first
No,
day out.
right. I mean, but honestly, I'll do the same shit. I'm trying to figure out what I could do. I don't blame him there. Do I got powers? Do I got magic? Am I super strong? Am I super fast? He was just trying to figure that shit out. Right? That's understandable. That's the right mindset, right? You quick on the uptake when you get here. You're quick on the uptake to figure out what your capabilities are. But after that, you just what? You just magically become stupid?
It's a give and take because the other thing,
It's a good
the
take.
the thing about it is like when he first gets there, he dies, right? Like,
You don't even know, bro. Like he just knows, like I died and now I'm back here,
yeah,
huh?
like
Right.
I don't
And then
know where I'm
yeah,
going from here. So now he's using this second chance at life to kind of figure out the cycles. But he literally dies like 3 times in the same day. Like the second time he dies, he accidentally gets stabbed by the muggers in the
In the
alleyway.
hallway.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
trying to move a little too quick, trying to rush
yeah,
rush into his save point, move
Exactly.
and got
like
cut.
yeah, and he reawakens again. So like he's like, okay, I'm doing a little bit too much. I got to figure something out here. That's when things get to move around a
But
little
see,
bit
this
more.
is
Like,
where he's too hasty, bro. At no point did this man really decide to sit down and think about what's going on. This is where he was infuriating for me. Is like you got so he's getting so caught up on trying to be this false ass hero that he did not take the time to truly analyze his surroundings, and not until later down the line, which we saw. But it's like, bro, and then like some of the stuff that he does to try to, I guess, save the day or to be that her white knight, is cringe as hell and completely unnecessary. And you don't know how to read the room, nor do you take the culture of the area into consideration before you start blabbing shit out your mouth.
True, but
yeah,
okay, he's also on a time crunch, right? Because even in that first arc, right, with my lovely girl Elsa, shout out to her, shout out to you, Bow Girl, love you down.
yes, yes.
May you rest in peace after season 2. Well,
Spoiler,
actually,
spoiler.
I guess rest in hell, but she'll be
Oh
fine.
yeah, you definitely got to give a spoiler before you say something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. We're only covering season 1 for the record.
I'm I'm pretty sure they've seen season 2.
Not
Patrick has it.
everybody had.
They've
I haven't seen season 2, so yeah.
oh, rest in peace to her. You never know, she may come back.
Who knows?
Um, oh my gosh, where was I? Yeah, he's on a time crunch, right? Because he knows that by the end of the day, everybody there is slaughtered. And not only just they are going to be slaughtered, the entire town is going to be slaughtered. So, yeah, you kind of do have to hurry. Like, he really doesn't have time to sit and make a plan. He does have to keep pushing forward.
Nah, see, I
Yeah.
get that, I get that, but there's the
Yeah,
sheer
because that's
fact that
only because
is
really, yeah, he only has till the end of the day, till
day.
5 p.m. We don't know what time he gets there, but I'm assuming like afternoon. So you got 4 hours. You got 4 hours to make some shit shake.
No, I
Yes.
get the urgency, right? I
and
get the urgency. I don't
it takes
blame
him a
him.
longer
I
time to
don't.
even get to the
Like
slums.
you got to understand. He's in this one arc. He died at least 4 times.
But
When
He
yeah,
he
yeah,
dies.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
have it
know.
up. He
Trust me.
dies 3 times in
I
that
yeah,
arc.
3.
understand mental load, right? I get the mental load. But my thing is that after a certain point, bro, you gotta stop rushing. Like you've proven to yourself time and time again that you just like, oh, I gotta do something, I gotta do something, I gotta do something. It's gonna just not work out. Right? You also proven to yourself now, because at one point he was scared. He was like, I haven't died over 3 times. I don't know what's gonna happen. We've went past that. Okay, okay, hold on. I've died more than 3 times. I'm still here. Let me eat. Okay, I guess maybe my mentality compared to the character's mentality is different, because I would have been on some. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can learn. Let me see how I can plan, and then I would have popped myself and go back to my damn checkpoint.
So that's a question. There's something
He does eventually do that,
he does.
but
He does eventually do
in
that.
that first arc there with Elsa, yeah, he don't got that much time, and he
Yeah.
doesn't know. And also, I think also something like when I've like gone through Reddits and things that people also like don't realize is that he remembers and he feels all the deaths.
Oh yeah,
So
I
like
know that.
yeah, like oh I can just kill myself and like start over, but you're going to have to feel the death.
Yeah,
And so you'll see him like as like the
but you
season goes
claim
on.
you
He's
got
like
that
I
dog in
don't
you.
want to die. I don't like no one wants to die. And then he dies very
Right.
painful deaths.
Yeah, but if you
It's
take
never a
yourself,
cutesy.
you can
Yeah,
take yourself
he's
out. I
literally
mean,
he's literally Kenny from South Park, bro. Like,
yeah, I get it, right? Cause the getting your gut slit open, getting frozen to death, and shattering. I am not saying that this man did not get traumatized, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you never really sat down to try to realize what's going on. Not until again, shout outs to the best girl, Rem had to fucking yell at you, snap you out your bullshit, then had to freaking give you words of affirmation so you don't feel so shitty about yourself to realize that you were a shitty person to not be a shitty person anymore.
it took him some time because I think you're rushing to that point in the story when you got to think about. Look, he died 3 times in the same day. Effectively, he's been there for 4 straight days, right? And
Nah,
then
because he,
in the next,
Yeah, we're living the same like couple of hours.
yeah,
yeah, I
like
Him
get he really
death.
got
like
that.
And
You know,
it makes
like
it
when
worse
he went to
sometimes too.
the mansion, right? He like every fourth day he died, right?
yeah,
So he
Mhm.
technically was there for like
a
in
month.
reality a month. Yeah, right. In a month, right? Understandable. I'm like, all right, bro. I've been dying. I've been here for a month. I gotta restart my relationships all over again. And it's like I guess my irritation really starts off is that he makes it seem like he's understanding. He makes it seem like he knows what to do, but and then in reality, you just find out how selfish he's being at the same time.
Hmm.
And like there, I know you can't explain, but there's other ways to like at least inform.
I
Yeah,
think he does. He does do that, especially when he's there in the mansion. He does after because that very first time he dives in the mansion, he don't even know. He actually
he does
Yeah,
not
he
know.
did.
He
No, he
he
woke up.
he
He was
like
like,
just
woke up.
succumbs, bro. He
"Yeah,
dies
that
in
shit
his
was
sleep, bro. He's
crazy."
like, whoa, I don't even know what happens. And then he goes to Beatrice to kind of slowly figure it out. And then through trial and error, like honestly, he
Like
really is just living through
those
trial and error.
those 4 days are him sitting down trying to figure out what happened because in that second time after the first death he's like, okay, what can I do differently this time? And so he tries to figure out like, okay, I spent my time this way, and Rim and Rom are starting to look at him a little bit differently, like, how do you know where these things are, blah blah blah. They're like, we're not doing that right now because he's trying to go about it the same way, but he clearly doesn't. Um,
Mhm.
and so like as he's trying to learn more about the mansion and the world, they're saying, okay, we could send you out on things, but you're illiterate in our world. Like, how can we send you out anywhere? Like, you don't know anything for real. So like it's this entire month span of him in the mansion trying to learn a little bit more here and there. Even though to them it's only knowing him for 4 or 5 days,
Yeah.
like for him he's
3 really,
yeah,
because they die
like
on the 4th night, so
hmm
3 days.
so like him just having to like take what he knows, jump back to the previous checkpoint, like, and each time is a little bit crazier because then it's like, oh well shit, there's somebody chasing me with a ball and chain. Who the fuck is it?
So he figures out that he's cursed. So he's like, "Okay, I'll just avoid going to the town because I'm obviously getting cursed there somehow, some way at the town."
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, well then cool. Well then Rem dies because she gets cursed
Mm-hmm.
in his stead.
Mhm.
Has to
And then he's
restart
like,
that then.
yeah.
Goes back and then also he's like, okay, I've avoided all of us getting cursed, and then he still dies because the mentor thinks that he's a spy, so they're going to kill him anyway. So now you have to you have to contend with, I have to stop the curse, and I also have to make sure that I earn the trust of the people who live here, so that way I can avoid both. And
Yes.
even still then, so I do, that is kind of like the thing that I do like about Subaru. Like, though he is very much so insufferable, he puts in the work and he puts in the effort. It is minuscule. It's not grand, nor is it heroic. Honestly, it's kind of pathetic. But it's still
Selfish.
an effort nonetheless. which is what kind of like how you're saying, or like what does Rem see? Like Rem ends up seeing the effort that he puts in, right? She sees that like, wow, this person who only know me for like 3-4 days is willing to risk their life, not just for me, but also for my sister. As I feel terrible about myself and treats me indiscriminately. Also, something that Emilia says to him too, like during their big fight. Oh, iconic scene, very iconic. Right, is that she hopes that he likes they like that he looks at them differently, right? He does not treat
Hmm.
everyone as they have been prejudged within their world. That is why he's special to them. And he does put in the effort. They can see it.
Oh yeah.
Once again, it's just spooky ooky things are happening. He just gotta figure it. He gotta
And
figure
see,
that
I
out.
feel like the two best times where this man like again utilized his capabilities, like we're saying, right, is when he died in the castle. That was like he sat, he thought he was thinking, he was analyzing. I'm like that's good. That's what we needed. But then it's like I don't know if it just got to his head or if it was just the sheer fact the trauma made him so scared
It was
that
the trauma.
he started acting so reckless and stupid. But
Yeah.
he started being very inconsiderate and just very outlandish. And it's like, bro, why are we regressing? You were doing good, but now you're doing this regression shit. And then
Yeah.
it even this is going ahead. Damn, what the hell is that man name? It is so long. The
Oh, are you talking
the
about
Well him?
Roswell?
the finger of sloth.
Oh, Beltuki.
Yeah,
Oh,
whatever
it's
his
getting
long
out of
ass
my
name.
page.
Yeah, his
Yes,
name is
Beltuki.
Betelgeuse, but I call him
Betelgeuse.
Yes.
Beetlejuice.
Yes,
Yes,
Betelgeuse.
Beltugi's Romani Conti.
Yeah, Conti, right? Even when he had that self-proclaimed mental break, but he was like, "You're not insane. You're just pretending to be
He
insane."
said real recognizes real, bro.
Yeah,
You look
like
Yeah.
you're just
kind of
pretending to be
Like,
unfamiliar.
insane.
bad for you?
You
Like,
can't. You're not insane. Why are you pretending your mind is shattered? And I was like, in my head, I'm like, I hate to agree with this man, but yeah, bro. Like, if your mind was gonna break, it would have broke 15 deaths ago. What are we doing?
yeah.
You're feeling sorry for yourself now because you realize just how useless you are in trying to be this hero that you're
Mm-hmm.
not. Instead of just realizing how to be useful, you're trying to make yourself shine.
But see, that's the other thing, right? Oh, and this is what I kind of wanted to talk about because we get introduced to him as a truant kid with too much free time. So we know that in his previous life, he didn't go to school. He was probably a shut in or whatever. And he seems fairly fit, you know what I'm saying? When it's first out with Elsa, he does a little dodge, a little kick flip with a table, trying to like block some shit, you know what I'm saying? So he's fairly nimble. He has a little attributes here and there. Of course, he's
You think
not.
he's the reason why calisthenics got so big? Because he
Wait,
talks
say that
about
again?
that. You think he's one of the reasons why calisthenics got so big? Because he talks about that shit all the time. Him and his calisthenics.
You know they love their radio
Yeah,
calisthenics at 6
yeah,
a.m. Because he does that, even though he's in need, he does do his radio calisthenics.
Man,
yeah. He
It is
wakes
very
up every
popular
morning
these
and
days.
trains the villagers. Look,
Yes,
like,
doing your yoga. And I think that's actually so cute because that is kind of like the only cultural thing that he can kind of keep and explain from where he is. So I think that's very nice. I think it's very
even though
nice. Maybe a cultural exchange, if you will.
I mean, he has the other thing about the red ogre, blue ogre thing with Rem and Rom. He tells
right.
that story.
Story.
So there
Yeah.
are things that he does bring over. Even the when he went to the store, the things that he had on him came along with him. So it was like
Oh yeah,
a
yeah,
bag of
yeah.
chips, some ramen, and a cell phone. And he's able to like bargain with the cell phone
He
because
bargains, so he do be working. Yeah.
like he's able to finesse away a little bit, even though it takes a couple of trial and error sessions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like he is sitting here learning as he goes. It takes a couple of deaths here and there, but he's able to progress with that. um One of the other things is pretty much as he's learning, of course, I agree with you, like bruh's
That
annoying.
nigga's
like,
annoying. He's
like
annoying for sure,
yeah,
for no doubt.
nobody's gonna disagree with that. Like some of the shit that nigga be saying, like, all right, bro, like I gotta take the headphones off.
Yeah,
Um
I think my biggest gripe was when he did that "I'm her knight" shit. I was like, you don't even know what the fuck you're
Oh
saying.
yeah, oh yeah. No, he my man's is going downhill, but also my man's is coming out of his comatose state,
Yeah.
and also that is him too learning about the world, right? Because he thinks that Amelia, who first called herself Satella as a way to deter, which also that too, right? Like she tells him that her name is Satella as a way to deter him, and he's unfazed because he don't know nothing. Um, but he learns that not only is Amelia a part of the like the
The royal
the
selection.
it's part of the royal selection, yes, but people hate her because of who
her
she
half
is,
elves,
right? Like
yeah.
she's facing prejudice, and not only she's like that's why she's backed by Roswell as a way of protection because they know that yeah, people find out that the half elf is trying to run for the ruler of the kingdom. The girl who is literally the taboo,
Hmm.
she's literally the devil incarnate, and you want that person to rule? Absolutely, she's about to get murked. She's absolutely going to get murked. So Subaru's not wrong in understanding that judgment, right? No one has to tell him that. Like he learns, like, oh, my sister's up for something crazy. Then there's prejudice that's behind her, and people for sure want to kill her. And now she's proclaimed that yeah, she still is going to go for the throne. Got to get my girl out of here as quickly as I can. But he can't tell her why he knows this.
The thing about this is when Subaru gets introduced, all of this is going on because she loses her insignia or it gets stolen by one of the other royal selection members, Felt, who eventually becomes a candidate. Um, and so he ends up showing up on the same day that she loses it. It gets taken back to the mansion. He learns that the king and all of his children are sick in the mansion, and that the entire country is being governed by councilmen right now. And then he automatically just shows up, and it's very like weird situation. And he's the one that's trying to find this insignia for Amelia. And so when Roswell breaks this down to him, he's like, "Oh shit, y'all think I'm the suspect? Like, oh no, I ain't. I got nothing to do with this. This is my first day out here, dog. Like, no." So like, it's also him trying to prove that he is for Amelia, even though it's his first day out here. Through learning, through death, and through trial and error and everything like that, he's learning more about the people. He's learning more about the situation that he's in. He's learning more about the situation that they are in. How can he help and how can he progress so he doesn't take a step back? Because along with this, like we mentioned before, he can't tell anybody that he returns by death. Anytime he brings
You
it
can't
up,
even tell them that he's an outsider either.
yeah, anytime he brings up anything that's like fourth wall breaking about his ability, a hand, a shadow will reach into his chest and grip his heart, and time will stop, and he will feel like he's dying. That is a key thing right there that happens
Or
multiple
it
times.
also it summons the maybe. So then like all the crazy evil creatures immediately come and kill
Oh yeah,
him.
because he
Yes,
starts stinking because the witch is
yes,
super strong.
Yes.
yeah. She got her fragrance all on his body, um, which is also very crazy because like when Rim and Rom bring that up, it's like, nigga, you stink.
Which
Like,
is the reason why
And he
Ram
didn't
kept
even and he
attacking him.
doesn't know that. He didn't know like
Yeah, and
that
which is
is
why
also the main reason why when he's in the mansion why they are trying to kill him. It's like
kill him
because
because
you
Ram and him.
smell like the witch, bro. You don't know? No, he don't know. It's only his second
Which
day
I mean,
here.
I don't fault him for that, right? Because when you think about it, Ram and Ram came from being attacked by the cultists in their village, where Ram lost her horn. So a dude who just so happened to save your mistress and also smells like the witch is hella suspicious. No, no one's gonna fault them for that at all, right? So I get their actions. So and I also get why he had to smooth them over. Cool, perfect. That all makes sense. But then it's like again, like after you now have solidified your place with them, they trust you. They, so they know you're not with the witch. They know that you are just some random stranger just happen to be in the area and you're just helpful, right? We get that now. But then you go to the capital, which you're supposed to go there to heal because you don't overused your powers and you not destroyed your gate, but injured your gate. And the woman you claim to love tells you, hey, look, I need you to do this, please. Stay here and just heal. And then when I get back, what I'm saying, we could talk and I could tell you about what happens. no, I gotta go be the hero now because I need to save you because you can't do anything without me.
Well, here's the thing, right? And he doesn't die in this moment, but what really happens is that like he tries to go do something and he ends up meeting the girl that he met in the
And then you pull up
he,
to
he
the fucking thing with
accidentally he didn't even know that he was gonna be there.
But see, that's the shit that I'm talking about. Yo, you just be doing shit and not thinking. Like,
I will like to say my man Subaru has a lot of heart. So to add context of to why he feels like he has to be there to save Amelia, right when she's going to the castle, is because to him he feels like it's a setup. You're probably like, why does he feel like that's a setup? Because her getting her insignia stolen and then it being sold and then her then meeting Elsa, that was also a
the
setup.
setup. Yeah, no.
And then he figures like, oh, they're setting you up not just because once again you're up for royal candidacy, but because you're also a half elf, so they're just going to kill you anyways. So he's working with the knowledge that he does have, and once again, this crazy secret that he can't tell that like I gotta be there, even because by that time he does know that he can use his gate to divert. Right, he can use his gate to
Mhm.
divert. He can use return by depth to divert. So even if something is to happen to Emilia, he can be self-sacrificial in that moment. And really, she's the only reason why he would be self-sacrificial. So no, he don't want to listen to her right now because he peeps that this is not good for her.
Cool. And you know what? I
Mhm.
will give him that. Cool.
Yeah.
But when you got in there and then yes, right? You get in there, you hear how they're talking about her, right? And you get mad. I understand you're mad and you want to like tell them not to do that, but you hold no weight here. Right? You have to when you're considering being helpful to somebody, you need to figure out how can you be helpful to somebody, right? Just which is one of the things that he said he had, which is the one things that he admit to at the in later on that he was, just being reckless. He didn't really
Hmm.
thought about how to help. So in that moment when he jumped in to defend her, he did nothing but just cause more issue. Then not
Oh
only do
yeah.
you cause more issue, you then insult the kingdom's night order. That's
By
what
calling yourself a knight, yeah.
a
No. Now,
hundred
is it
deep,
bad? For sure. For
a
sure.
hundred deep next to you, and then you have the audacity to be like, "Is it so special to be a knight anyway?"
Bro, yeah,
This is
no.
where I'm like,
He doubled
bro.
down. He had to get it going.
This is where I'm like, bro. Your knowledge as a freaking nerd and a gamer should have came in. We know for a fact from every video game we've ever played, every anime we've ever watched, knighthood is something serious in the fantasy world. You like, what do you mean? Like, your overall fantasy knowledge should have been one of the key factors to help you navigate this world.
Yeah.
Nah, that
And it's
nigga
so
plays
funny because
harem
he literally like
fantasies.
he heard everyone call themselves like Priscilla and her attendant Al. He was like, yeah, I'm her knight.
Yeah, and
Like,
then,
no,
bro,
you
and I ain't gonna hold you.
don't.
Old buddy have full right to be mad because
Oh,
how
Julius,
dare,
no, Julius ate him down. Julius
yeah,
ate him
like
down.
how dare
It
you
had it
like
had to. He really did. He did need to get
because
him
you're not
down.
gonna belittle my effort that I put in to be where I am, talking about how like what makes a night so special. Bitch, you have no idea what I've been through, what I had to do to get here. Excuse me? I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
show you now. It's exactly what Julius did. He showed him now. Granted, he went a little bit far with his examples. Like you didn't have to break the man's arm and ribs like you did.
And legs.
Like that was a little bit excessive.
Mm.
But I feel like that was needed. And then you gonna get mad because you got your ass beat because you try to downgrade someone's role. You mad because you didn't have what it took to stand in the same ring as them. You want to be mad?
Listen, man. Here's the other thing about this. Like, Subaru, it's like as a character and as a main character, we have to suffer because he's suffering. Clearly, it is
No, and I'll be suffering, and he is insufferable.
no
Bro,
like I've never but here's the other thing, right? As an insufferable character and as an insufferable main character that we have to follow, it falls onto the supporting cast to kind of supplement and flesh it out a little bit more because that is where the true story lies. When you have a fish out of water character like Subaru who's trying to learn about the world, we have to also learn about the world as well, because they're like, well, shit, we don't know as much. We know just as much as him. So how can we understand what's going on? And so I want to kind of get into a little bit more of the side characters, because otherwise we're gonna be flaming Subaru the entire time, bro.
Bro,
Like,
this is where Ram.
Before we leave, can I add my? Oh, I did not want to come here to be a Subaru truther and defender, so this is actually crazy. But once again, why I think he's so lovely as a character, right? Is back in the time when he is in the mansion, right? And I think it is his successful attempt, or like going in, leading into his successful attempt. Rim asks him like, why are you doing all this, bro? Like, they're like, you don't know these people, you don't know us. Like, yeah, even if danger is coming, like, what does that have to do with you? And he's like, I love everyone who is here. He talks deeply about how he knows like the things that the children want to be when they grow up there in the
Mhm.
village. He cares about the things that Rim and Rom are doing, right? He has placed himself into the middle of this, but he's doing it because he cares about these people genuinely. So though he may be brash and insufferable,
mm,
the boy does have heart.
He
He cares
does.
deeply
He
for
does
not
care.
just right, and then like because also I believe like my first time when I was watching, I was like, oh my gosh, he's only doing this like for Emilia, but and my rewatches that I've done, it's like no, he genuinely cares about all of the people who are around him. Now we get more context about this in season 2, in my kind of like favorite like episode there in season 2. So if we do come back to this, I'll be happy to talk about how this kind of ends up being a kind of a full circle moment, but he genuinely does care about everyone, and so that is the driving point, right, along with trying to avoid death. He does care about the people, so no, he doesn't want to see them die and suffer, and then have to see their bodies look crazy, because
Mhm.
as we hear from like towards the end, right, is because he chooses kind of, and also right, he hears, because he chooses to not do anything and he becomes kind of slothful, as our lovely catchphrase towards the end, right? That is why people are suffering. So he does have his power. He just needs to figure out what to do with it. So yeah, do love you down, Subaru. You get better in season 2, thank God.
Yeah, I definitely see where like the creator is like giving you this annoying main character, and then you see his growth and development. I get it, but I ain't gonna lie, season 1 Subaru could get them hands.
oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
for sure.
absolutely. Up
For sure.
up until the white whale.
Whale, yeah, up until the white whale,
Really,
he
up
could
until
get
he
his
kind of, yeah, he
hands.
has those when he has those conversations with Cruce and Anastasia, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my, because he was losing the plot around that time. He was
Mm-hmm.
for sure losing the plot.
Cause
Oh,
like, oh, he said no. I'm sorry, just to say one more thing. Like he himself said this, and it was the butler, not the butler, but the husband of the. He's a butler, but
Oh,
he's also
Wilhelm,
yeah.
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah.
Sword Saint's husband. He was like, yeah, I think we're. That's why every day he's like, oh, I think we should, I think we're done here, because he realizes that you're not doing this to become stronger. You're just only doing this to make yourself feel better about doing something, so you can say that you're doing something.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you can tell Emilia, because that's the other thing. We haven't talked about like the different arcs for real, but like through each one, we've gone through from his introduction to the time at the mansion to going to the capital and trying to leave the capital because he had a big fallout with Amelia, and learning about the white whale, and at the same time the cult, the witches cult.
Mm.
That takes those five things are what makes up season one, and it's a really big type of dive where he has to experience all of these things within what feels like for him at least 2 months of his life, even though he practically spends about, I want to say, 2 weeks in real time.
Yeah, yeah, it's about 2 weeks. Yeah, it's about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on a consistent the timeline where he lives.
Yes, on the timeline where he lives, people have only known him for about 2 weeks, bro. Like, and that's a shame when you got to think about like everything that he's gone through, from dying at Rem's hands, dying to the curse of the mob beast, getting killed by the white whale, Elsa slitting him open twice.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh, Puck. Oh my gosh, Puck.
Puck,
Oh,
Fuck.
Puck killing him
oh,
twice.
icon.
Like,
Oh my gosh, come on with the elegy for Rim and the credits
oh,
rolling and the snow building.
Oh yeah, the snow. Yeah,
Yes,
that was
yes.
crazy.
Sleep
That was
along with
crazy.
my daughter. Oh,
That was
oh
you
crazy.
got
man.
and that is actually like the point when he comes back from that where like he kind of gets mind broken because like yeah,
Because he
Mhm.
saw everybody, right? And
because at
I
that point
understand.
he made it through right because he's like okay I need to get there before everything
Mhm.
bad happens. He gets there, but he is still too late.
Still too
Ugh,
late. And then
ugh.
like he
And then
sees
you
all the
die because you're
bodies,
too late. Oh,
see all the
Mhm.
bodies all melded up and everything. I can understand why he was so traumatized, but it's like again, like Sloth said, it's like why pretend, bro? Like you're not your mind didn't break. You're using this as an excuse.
I mean, at a certain point, it's like yes, like of course his mind didn't break because he knows he's coming back. But it's also like you ever fought a hard ass boss that you feel like you've thrown everything at, and you're just like, "Fuck it, bro! Like, I fuck this shit. I gotta take a break. I need to walk away or something like that." And he was
and
really,
Subaru don't get no breaks. He
he
But
does
don't
not
get
get
me
no
wrong,
breaks.
right? I understand,
He goes straight
like,
back into it, bro.
when you talk about it that way, cool. But it's like, right? This is if this is my reality, there is no break, right? I know there is no break. Okay, this shit is fucking horrendous. I'm hurting, but what else is there for me to do? If I sit here do nothing, I'm still gonna end up dead, right? So why not keep fighting until you can find a way out of it? Which is eventually what he end up does doing.
and that
But
is the moral of season one for him.
Yeah.
yeah, 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 that's true. Yeah. Cause it's like, bro, like, what do you get from just sitting here doing nothing? It does nothing for you. Absolutely fucking nothing.
Like it's a shame for him, but like he does eventually come to terms. Really quick, I want to talk about two of my favorite moments with him. At least one of them being him getting his ass beat by Julius in the
Mm-hmm.
ring, crazy, but he needed that because he
Yeah.
thought he thought he could do something underhanded, and Julius was like, "You thought this shit would work?"
Work? Oh yeah, when he do the black smoke, he's like, you think a
Yeah, he
simple
did his
smoke
shaman. Yeah, he.
screen?
And mind you, there's a crowd of people who are also watching this. Oh, how.
And Amelia runs in, calls out
Oh,
to him.
And then he
No,
used that as a moment to pop the damn smoke. And after you were told, hey, don't do that again. You might
bro,
die.
she told you not to come here and don't use no magic. And what do
And
you
you
decide
did
to do? Come
both of
here
those
and
things.
use magic.
You did
Yeah.
both of the things.
yeah, man. And
And then
then
have the nerve to tell her that she was useless without him.
yes,
Whew.
that was crazy. My favorite moment, it comes after that with Rem and her confession and her saying like, you know, I was so happy when you said that you wanted to run away with me. But if I did that, then I would be leaving behind the Subaru that I actually fell in love with because you're the one who actually saved my life in that forest. Like
No,
think about the character development for her from her killing this nigga to
mm-hmm.
now him saving her life and her looking at him in a different light and being like, "Oh no, like this man is out here trying to save us. Like he doesn't look at me as a demon. He doesn't look at me any kind of way. Even though he smells like this, like I can get over it because I see how hard he's fighting for me. Even though he's technically weak and I know I'm stronger, like he's fighting on our behalf. He's fighting on the behalf of the villagers out there. I see what he's trying to do. And her like jumping to be on his side, even though she knows that he likes Amelia, she's like, as long as I'm with you, I really don't care. Like, what?
Oh my gosh, may I add context to that scene?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you brought it up because I didn't feel like bringing it up, but I wanted to talk about it. Okay, so as you know, once again, I be on that web novel, right? A fun thing also about the web novel is because, as you see, there's so many like diverging paths, right? What the author has decided to do is what he calls if stories. So
Mm,
that conversation that Rem has where she like details like their life that they would have together is actually like a subset of like a version of events. So Like, yeah, like what if he did like actually like say like actually fuck all this shit, I'm going to go live with Rim. The author actually has like written like a passage about what that time would be. So that
Mm.
conversation is them inner working in like parts of the web novel. A lot of that happens in season two as well. I believe there's other moments in season one that's like that, but I know that one for sure is like a part of like the what if. So you'll once again, if you're on like the Reddits, you'll see it more, I believe, now that season four is coming out. A
Hmm.
lot of things that end up happening to Subaru, even kind of thing like that possession that he gets by Beltuguese, that is also like a what if. So
Yeah,
they interwork in like the what if stories and like the questions that like the viewers and the readers would have into the story and into the manga.
yeah,
So that way, well, into the
yeah.
anime, excuse me. So that way you can still be a part of like the like of the verse, right? I think it's
Hmm.
so masterfully done. Shout out to you, White Box. You
Yeah.
know your source material.
I will say also with that, and this is like a light spoiler, but not spoiler, Patrick, just in case if you want to go and continue season two, there is a moment where he goes into this area and he go undergoes a trial. And part of the trial is him seeing what life was like after every one of his deaths.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like he goes back and he sees what people were like after he died. And that includes like Julius killing him when he got possessed, him falling off the cliff that one time. Like he gets to go and see all of those different deaths. So like it's good that they follow up on a lot of details and it shows his character growth
Yeah.
throughout this entire story and how he influences other people along with that character growth. Um so I kind of want to get into the other characters. First one is Amelia, the silver-haired half elf. First things first, did y'all watch the OVA the Frozen Bonds?
Is that the very first one,
No, it's
or
the
is it the
second one.
second?
Okay,
I got
that's that the one I asked about, right? Like the one like
Yeah.
her backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've seen it from way back when.
I
Loved it,
seen
loved it down.
half
So
of it.
painful. It's so
I
painful.
got to the
My poor
part
girl.
um where it was after the bandits tried to take her, and then they all got wiped out, and then the dude ran back to whoever he was talking to.
Mhm.
I was trying to watch it while I was working, and I didn't get to finish it.
No, it's fine. I brought it up late because that's on me. But that just essentially introduces her introduction to Puck, and if you get to the end of that, you get to kind of see what Puck's final form is actually like, and what kind of
Is
a
it not the big giant cat thing?
no, it is the big
Mhm,
giant cat thing, but he has a
mhm. Yes, that's
title
fun.
alongside of it, and why his
Oh,
powers work like that when he killed Subaru.
Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'll definitely finish it then, because I mean, I plan to finish the rest of the seasons as well. Just I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
did not get to it
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, yeah, nah. But Amelia is, she's a strong-headed woman, even though she faces a lot of prejudice. She tries to do the best that she can, and she is a little oblivious sometimes, but with certain obliviousness, she tries to do her best and understand the situations at hand. So like hers when she first encountered Subaru, we brought up that she gave him the name Satella to try to turn him off. But he doesn't know any better, so it's like, oh well, shit. Okay, I mean, I guess. And then in the next timeline, she gives him the real name because it's like, whoa, that's you can't call me out my name like that. Like that's not my name, dog. Like I already faced enough problems during the time that I live here. Like I don't need you adding more stress to my life. um, but she's willing to help out people, even though she's in a dire situation. She takes the time to help guide a little girl home to her mother and father. She does her very best. How do y'all feel about Emilia as a character?
That's my girl nowadays. Nowadays, when I was first watching ReZero, once again, way back when, hey, I did feel like my girl was also not tapped in her to her potential. But once again, these things get addressed in season two. So I said, okay, I feel you, I see you. Also, I didn't watch that specific OVA, but I've watched the other one, which kind of tells about like her her life before she came to the Roswell domain, where because kind of in the same situation as Subaru, right? Where she's a girl who is kind of, because she is so naive and she is so pure hearted, she does accidentally make mistakes. And because of one mistake that she does make, her entire family actually gets destroyed and killed. They get actually hunted down by the witch's cult. You're probably wondering, like, who is the witch's cult? Okay. So there is what is called the Witch of Envy, right? But basically think of her like the devil, basically, right? She has destroyed the world multiple times, and 400 years ago, she's actually so strong they could not kill her. She is just sealed away. So everyone is fearing of her return. Everyone is like, "No, bro, like she finna come back, bro, because we did not kill her, bro. We cannot live in peace." And they feel through their lore of not having a king, not having their dragon that they like pledged their fealty to, that she's gonna come back at any moment. The purpose of the witches cult is to get Satella back into a body of some sorts. And Emilia fits the physical description of Satella, which is a half elf with silver hair and purple eyes. And they're like, yeah, that's our girl. We need her. So along with her facing the prejudice just from being who she is within the common folk, the witches cult is after her as well to take her for their own uses in a way to bring back Satella. Kind of like a little second coming. They were like, yeah, we need that. Gotta have her. So you'll see that when she does pop up to fight Beltegeese, he's like, "Oh, my love, you have come to save me. Thank you." But it's not. It's Amelia. Um. So I do enjoy her. Through my rewatches, I was like, my girl, she too does put in effort where she can. I feel like she is also like a victim to respectability politics because she faces her prejudice there within her world of Lagunica. Lagunica. No, Roswell's funny for that. But where she can help, where she can make a decision, she does do so. I think she too puts in a valiant effort. And I really do hope she does become the new ruler because her, even though, right, like her naivety and her pure heartedness is kind of to her detriment for the ruling of a people, for removing the prejudice, like she said within her kind of like her declaration to be one of the candidates. She wants to remove that from this world. And I think that's so honorable. And I hope my girl makes it.
Yeah, I definitely agree that about her character, especially like she would go to the village and she would wear her cloak because she didn't want to cause a ruckus, but she still just wanted to see the villagers like live their day, make sure that they were happy, make sure that they didn't need anything, and she would also tend to the barrier. Like even though they don't want her there, she still makes sure that barrier is up at all times to help keep the Mog beasts out so they don't get attacked. Um, so it's like it's kind of sad seeing her want to be so helpful and also want to be accepted, and then knowing that she won't, and instead of trying to force herself like that, she understands and keeps herself away, but at the same time, at the drop of a dime, she's ready to help these people, like no matter how they feel about her, which is a very good characteristic for a ruler in the future. Absolutely, like she's ready to help her people with no hesitation. So I think one of the things that I like most about Subaru in one of their moments together is when he came back to help. This is like the successful run. He came back to help and he had the kids make that little promise that they will ride with her in the wagon, and just the straight joy and happiness in her face when like these little kids wanted to ride with her and they took her hand and they walked with her. She felt so much happiness in that one moment, and it was just like it was heartbreaking, but it was also like,
It was,
damn, I'm so happy for her at the same
yeah, it was very
time.
wholesome, bro.
Like it was like, yo, like just you holding these kids' hands meant so much to you, and it's like, and
Mhm.
that's all she wanted. Like it's sad, but at the same time, it's like my girl gonna shine. She
Yeah.
gonna.
And you can see her trying her very best in every situation, man. Like from speaking out at the royal selection, even though she got to put down Subaru, like she has to fight for herself because she knows that like people are going to be against her, but she wants to prove that like prejudice is wrong. And like I want to do this because I know I am very capable, and I'm going to show you guys how capable I am. This is what I believe in. I believe we should be an all united front. To which she, out of all five candidates, she is the best one in my opinion. Like even though she doesn't know as much as the others, because the other girls clearly have a different skill set than her. Um, but I think as far as like mentality goes about like the common man and citizen and everything that goes on, I feel like she has the right attitude to be a ruler.
Yeah.
Um, the
Yeah, and she's very strong-willed, and she's funny. I watched it in dub this time, and she's actually
yes,
fun, comical. Actually, I'm like, you know what, girl, I see the appeal. I see the appeal. This is actually, I'm probably gonna have to watch in dub going forward.
shout out to the dub watchers. Yeah,
Uh, uh, this is the one time I'll give you your praises.
thank you. Listen, man, I'm always happy to watch a good dub. And the voice actors did a very good job. Did you know that Roswell, I know we haven't gotten to him yet, but Roswell is voiced by Sukuna in dub.
Wow,
No, I didn't watch JJK in dub, so
that's crazy. Roswell is Sakuna.
Yes,
no,
he's Sukuna and Tengen Uzui from Demon Slayer.
Yo,
Lagunica. No, he's
bro,
funny.
the way Roswell talks is fucking hilarious.
Yes, bro. Like, but before we get, because I want to get to him next a little bit, but last thing about Amelia, I do enjoy like her attitude towards everything. It gets kind of heartbreaking how she has to treat Subaru sometimes, but you know, when it comes down to it, it's unfortunate that the timeline has reset so many times. She doesn't understand why Subaru moves the way that he does. A lot of the time in the successful runs, she just has to look at him and be like, "Bro, you're overworking yourself. Like, why are you doing so much for me? Like, I don't really understand. Every time I look up, nigga, you are hurt. You're off doing the next thing. Like, what's happening? Like, could you imagine being this befuddled? Like,
Yeah. Some random stranger is literally putting their life on the line for you and you're very confusion about it. Yeah.
It's like, why do you keep telling me this is all for me? I don't understand. That's, that's why I was like, bro, there is like, I know you can't say everything, but there could have been better ways to explain. At least,
and here's the funny part. I want to know what the rules are to something like this. Like, can you write something down on a piece of paper?
No, he cannot.
because one of the things that one of the things that I caught in rewatching it, and I noticed that
Because
nothing happened to him, is while he was talking to, God, the library keeper. I forget her name.
Oh, Beatrice.
Beatrice.
Beatrice, right? He literally was speaking out loud multiple times, talking about, okay, so when I died that time, this happened. And she's right there, and nothing happens.
Well, I think is
I have a reason for that. I don't know if you want me to say
Is
because it
it a
kind of deals with
spoiler?
season two,
Okay, all right.
sort of, kind of ish.
Okay, all right. I just watched because
But it's kind of in the same way of like towards the end when Puck was like, "Oh, like Beatrice actually is like the safest in the Forbidden Library. Like she'll be good. Like we gonna leave, but she'll be good."
yeah.
It alludes to that.
oh, so is it like she can't reach it? And it'd be weird she can't reach it in the library.
No, not necessarily that. It's I'll say just watch season 2, bro. Like
All right.
that will also be where Subaru becomes very likable, and his
Yeah,
dad is also very funny
he
because
has
he
a
shows up.
redeeming he has a redeeming time in season two.
His dad shows up, and his dad has the best scene in the season 2. Like,
Wait, I'm sorry. You say Subaru's father shows up?
yes,
Oh, oh, I don't want to talk about that, but yes,
yes,
that was what I mentioned. I was like, that's one of my like favorite parts of season two.
yes,
Oh
and it's
wow.
very good in dub. I'll say that. So for
Okay.
another win for the dub watchers. Um, but yes, Beatrice is cool. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Fuck it. Let's move on to Roswell. the Margrave Mathers. You know what I'm saying? He is the ruler of this area of Lagunica. Um, what is it? His entire domain consists of this forest with a good mountainside that has a lot of precious minerals that Subaru just signs off on during the successful run for people to go
Yeah.
raid. He also has a lot of villagers out there that he protects. But he's a very aloof character. He wears clown makeup, very mysterious in the shadows. There are times where he's there, but then he runs off, and when he runs off, shit hits the fan. Like he's really not. Yeah,
Not does it wrong place, wrong time every time.
yeah.
Like, like this man is always not here when he's needed. It's like, brother.
Like he shows up to save the day when Subaru is about to get killed by the mobbies, which is dope. That was the perfect time. But every other time, he sent Rom to Rem to kill him. Um, he disappears for a while, and things hit the fan when they have to go back to the mansion, and he's nowhere to be found there. Like, who is this guy? Who is he really? I know you know the answer. We do get
I don't know the answer, but there are a couple of theories of
we get answers in season 2. I'll say that.
I kind of feel like a part of me at one point thought he was a
not full
cultist.
answers, but
I thought he was a cultist at one point. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought he was one of the fingers of the sins of the great sins.
I will say there's something about that happens in season 2.
you're not wrong for thinking that.
Yeah, yeah. Something does come up where it's like, oh shit, like
Because it's like,
it's
to
a
me,
big
it was like,
it's a big reveal.
it was so coincidental that you would just so happen to be at the demon village when the cultists attacked Rem and Rom's village to where you saved them. And then I'm looking at him. I'm like, okay, he kind of eccentric. And then they're like, oh, he's the greatest wizard like in the country. I'm like, And then you're always gone when some like major shit happens. And why were you nowhere to be found when the cultists attacked your mansion? So like to me, I was like, could he be a cultist? Could he be related to the cultists of some sort? So like that's where I started like seeing him as sus.
Yeah, you're not wrong for your thought of that. Um, I do find that he kind of like everyone else in the story, he is someone who is after his own gain, right? So
Mm-hmm.
he does allude to the fact that by Subaru being here, by all this chaos happening, he's getting closer to what his ultimate goal is. Now, what that ultimate goal is, we don't know just yet. But he does allude to that. And also he's healing Rem's horn. I find that very interesting because I can't remember if anything happens with that in season 2 or not.
I don't remember, but it was kind of interesting how he would deal with her in certain aspects at late night, and it was like what's going on here?
Weird. Yeah, it was a little weird.
Yeah, because Rom does love him. And he does use that love to his advantage. Now, what advantage is that? We don't know quite just yet. But there are some fan theories of who Roswell actually is. I don't believe they're confirmed. But if you would like to do a lovely deep dive, dear listeners, dearest gentle listeners, you can follow those trails.
Yeah. And of course we may come back to this. You know, we're only doing season 1. There are 4 seasons. 4 seasons is airing right now. So, you know,
I can't wait. About to watch it.
But yeah. We don't have enough information on Roswell. He's a TBD on our docket for the most part. Like he's very eccentric. He's backing Amelia, which is cool. Very questionable dealings with the Demon Sisters. What is his relationship to Beatrice? We really don't know for real. He has a fight with her in the timeline where Rem dies. And we don't get to see it for real, but they're like powering up and Subaru runs out the door. Like, how strong are both of them? It's a
They
very
did say that when him and Puck fought, they they had to rewrite the map, right? They had to redraw the map.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I think either Rom or Rem states like, yeah, like he is the most powerful magic user there in the
Yeah,
land.
in the land, like
And
yeah,
yeah, he just not using it, but when he do, like yeah, you can find a great spirit like Puck. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Hold
Yeah, you
on.
might be kind of nice, but we
and
just
they said
we
Like,
they fought for all day and all night. Like you fought, you had all the sheer fact that Puck was out at night fighting you still is crazy.
yeah, man. We don't hear about those type of fights in anime too often. So like Roswell, not really to be messed with, even though he looks funny. Subaru on the first day out was like, "Who's this jester?" Like, oh, that's I don't think you want that smoke, brother.
We all learn from watching anime. You don't fuck with the clown nigga.
Shout out to
Like
Hisoka.
that's the number one rule. You just don't fuck with the clown nigga. Like at all. Slime has taught us that. The Holocritic Alliance, don't fuck with the clown nigga. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Hunter x Hunter, don't fuck with the clown nigga. Like
Mm-hmm.
even you, the nigga that was a clown, don't fuck with the clown. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, man. So we'll get more information about Roswell. Moving on to the sisters Rem and Rom, the demon ogres, as the story that Subaru talked about. We'll call them. You know, they both were born with this horn, as we discussed. That the cultists came, showed up to their village, wiped out all of their clan. As Ram was fighting, somebody broke off her horn and wiped out like half her powers. So now she's practically useless. And Rim generally has to take up a lot of the slack when they're doing like their household chores after being saved by Roswell. Um, so while Rim does everything, Rom is like not as good with everything. That's also because she used to actually be like a fighter for real. What are y'all thoughts on Rim and Rom?
oh, they my girls. Oh, I forgot how much I actually like them. It makes me think. I wonder if like in Japanese lore, like are twins like actually like considered terrible because every iteration of a twin
It's
has
bad,
some
right?
terrible fate.
Yeah.
Sorry to you, Maki and Mai. Sorry to you, Rim and Rom.
Mhm.
Life is cruel to you both, to you four. Um, yeah, knowing that, yeah, like Rom was the prodigy and the eldest sister, and kind of how they explain the lore is that demons are born with two horns, but because they are twins, each of them it kind of is split between the two of them, so the power is split between them. So what would be amazing and a great demon is reduced to half or even less because they are a twin. So Rem carries along with her the like survivor skill of having Rom, who's the prodigy of the two, and being told all her life, like, Rom would be so amazing had she not been born a twin, bro. Like, had that uses had Rem not been here, bro, like Rom would have taken over everything, bro. So hearing that as you grow up, and then having to always feel like an imitation of your sister and never being quite as good enough and never actually seeing the fruits of your labor. I feel so sad for my girly pop, but they're both very funny. I love their sister rum rum. Like they're so no, they're so funny. They're so adorable. They're so cute. I love once again that everyone cares deeply about the place that they live, right? They care about the Mather's domain, whether or not, they can, make a difference in this world. Funny enough, how Roswell is just collecting like the weirdest outcast characters ever. Like you got a half elf, you got half demon sisters, like right. I think that is very strategic on his part for whatever reason. But they are my girls. Rem shines in season 1. What a gal. What a girl. Demonic or not, she is demonically inspired.
I was just about to
A
say that.
wonderful show. A wonderful show she gives.
Inspired.
That's a great quote. That's one of the best quotes Subaru ever
Hey,
said.
he ate with that one. That's how he got her. That's how he got my
That's
sis.
definitely how he got her.
That
It
is
is
actually the
definitely
moment.
how he got
And
her.
I got her grocery bag. Like, oh man, no, that was actually like really good. One of my favorite moments, at least, is like when they go to the village and the kids start calling it Rim Rom, like
Mhm.
like showing.
Like, yeah, imitating Subaru. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think
It's so sad, bro. Like again, all the different timelines we see them eventually become on his side, but they're just eyeing him down like, bro, you're illiterate. Like, I guess I have to sit here and teach you how to read and write, huh? So we need you to do the basic tasks. From peeling potatoes or whatever like that to cleaning out the garden, and then Ram is like, well, if I could teach you how to do these things, that means that's less work on me, and that means if there's less work on me, that means there's less work on my sister. So we all get something out of this. Like it shows that they really care for each other. She at least is forward thinking enough to care for her sister to like light her load because she knows that she doesn't want to stress her out too much.
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. Because like you hear her like you'll hear her say like, even though I am hornless, I am still her big sister. Like I still
Hmm.
have to do my due diligence. I'm like, you better
Hmm.
care for my girlfriend.
And you see how close they are in the timeline where Rem dies from going to the village, and Subaru is going to reach out to her and smacks the hand away. Is like, don't you dare touch
Mhm.
her! Like, if you know something, speak up. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to force it out of you. And then the cruel scream when he runs out the room. I'll kill you! Like, oh man, like that echo through the halls getting chased down by Rom, like, oh man, like she was out for blood. Both of them were out for blood for a Subaru, man. Like, whatever that they can do to protect each other, if they see that there's a threat, they will handle it. And that you don't see a lot of the times in anime there are sibling rivalries more than anything, but it's healthy to see siblings like each other this much, not like the unhealthy sibling stuff that a lot of anime like to do, uh but stuff like this where the last time that I could think of something like this is like Ed and Al, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
it's good to see this type of duality with siblings and see how much they care for each other. um, are there any other characters that y'all want to talk about? Any moments that y'all want to bring up that stood out to y'all? Anything at all?
Um, yes. Shout out to my girl Karush, Karusha.
Oh
They
yeah.
need to put her up there. They need to put her up there with Erwin and with Megatron, with Optimus Prime, bro. They need to put her up there with the speech givers.
Autobot.
What a gal.
Literally.
What a gal. I'm like, you know what? Like if you had a fan club, I would be it. Like I think she's so cool. Oh, I think she's so cool. And she is kind of that very first person who kind of gets Subaru like out of his head and to like think big, like think Mark, think like he's not thinking. He doesn't know how to negotiate. He doesn't even know how to the tools that are available to him, he doesn't know how to make the best use of them.
Hmm.
Right. And she also with Anastasia too, like
Yeah.
really do help him get to what he needs and are becoming allies. I think how they become allies, how he does those negotiations, he starts to actually learn during that time, right? During his successful run.
Yeah, that
I
was.
think it's
I
so
will,
talented.
I will say that is like one of the moments that I wanted to bring up. Just like the entire breakdown after Emilia leaves and he learns all of this information and he dies out there, and then he's trying to go to each one of them, and it's like, look, I need your help. They're coming. The British are coming. Like he goes to Cruise and is like, you don't know how to negotiate. Like you're not gonna, you can't give me anything, so why would I listen to you? You have no power, you have no say. Like, in order for somebody to help you, you also have to give something in return. He's like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like,
And you have absolutely nothing to give. Not and then not only that, she called him on his bluff, right? Like how similar to like Belsuki is like, bro, like I see you're faking the funk.
mm-hmm.
She was like, even if I could give you my help, I wouldn't because you've not once even said like this is for me. Like you ain't even brought her up in this whole time. But
Yes.
you probably say everything's for her, but you've not brought her up at all. Yeah, you not real.
Yeah,
I'm like, you
exactly.
know what, Kirish? Let
Mhm.
him know. But yeah, I
Eh,
think she's so cool. She be with her sword. She be using her wind magic. Because before then, we kind of see like Rom use wind magic, but it's like, no, oh, okay, this is someone who actually has like wind magic for
mhm.
real.
Like we
I
see
really love it.
Wind with Felt because she has the divine protection of Wind, so she's extremely fast. Um so like it's there, but not to a practical combat use for real. The other person, like after that, we get the thing with Priscilla and her being like, "I will only help you if you lick my feet, kiss my toes, grovel,
Oh, yeah.
like beg." And he's about to do it, and she's like, "Get the fuck
And
out!"
she turned up on him.
She was like,
Oh,
"I will be." Ah,
Disgusting.
like actually, you're worse than filth because, and I was like, oh, like poor Subaru, right? Because like, what do you do? Like, it's kind of like when you get a trick question and it's like, what do you do? She's like, bro, like you're worse than someone who's desperate, bro. Like you are a like lousy pig, bro. Because not only are you asking your enemy for help and like begging, but you don't even know why you're begging. Ugh.
yep.
Love, but I love Priscilla down, bro. She's like, bro, this world is made in my favor, and I'm gonna let y'all know that. So, like,
Hmm.
anything that I do is simply because I'm amused by it. So yeah, I think all of the, I think all of the night candidates, like, they're so interesting. Even
Yes.
with Feld, like, they shout out to my girlies. Shout
Yeah.
out to my girly vibes.
The best moment that comes out of that is Anastasia looking at him, invites him to the bar, and is like,
And he didn't peep.
he
And he
didn't peep that he was surrounded by all of.
Surrounded by all her people. It
by
was.
her
I'm
entire
like,
military
bro,
dog.
you're surrounded. Yeah, your situational awareness is abysmal. How do you not see all the same capes around you? Everybody in the same cape.
Same uniform, bro. Did not peep. Did not peep.
Oh
And
man,
then it's gonna be like, oh, we can go, and then look mad surprised when everyone leaves. Like, dumbass. Like, what?
yeah, man. Everybody played on this man Subaru. Like it, all of this to culminate in him dying. Like the breaking moment, the scene with Rim confessing, and him actually taking the time to learn and properly negotiate from that point on. That's when like when that episode is called From Zero and they say we are starting from zero.
Oh,
That,
bro,
that
When Rem says the thing,
she
oh,
Yeah.
said the thing. Oh man, okay. We're getting to the good point in the story now. We had to break him all the way down first before we could build up to this. Um, yeah, man. Before we get wrap this up, are there any final thoughts?
Um, was there a moment with
oh,
that light?
I just looked up. W- okay, kind of like a big point of contention, right? Was when Subaru tries to send the letter to like warn the Margrave,
Oh, and
like,
it
Oh
goes
and the
blank.
major's like,
yeah,
and I was like, why was it blank? I was thinking that it was blank because he's using his like parts of like return by death, so therefore like it became blank, and that's why all of the mobbies and like the white whale came out of nowhere. But it's actually
maybe.
because the white whale ate Rem's name.
Oh,
So because her name was eaten, she does not exist. So being like, y'all gotta help me, bro. Rem just got killed. I need y'all's help. It's
but
blank.
she was still alive in that time frame, though. She wasn't dead yet. She didn't
He
die.
had already sent the letter.
Wait, so no, like when she died, the like when the white whale ate her, they didn't send a letter. That was when they hired the whole bunch of caravans where they met that night. That's when Rem got eaten by the white whale. And so then they sent the letter after the negotiation when he came back again. So she was still there. So that wouldn't have caused her name to
Yeah,
be.
so she's not dead, but her existence is gone.
It's
So even though he returned back, her existence is still gone.
it's the first episode of
hmm
season 2. You'll
hmm
you'll see
hmm
what happens.
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense.
It,
What?
it's
yeah,
it. I'll say this: it's not the white whale that ate her.
Okay.
yeah. It's not like him physically eating her. It is your name.
Okay.
Well,
So kind of like things that are associated with you and people having a memory of you, right? Because people remember you by your name. That is gone.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still
just
confused.
watch the first episode of season 2. It'll explain that part because it's not the white whale. It's something else that happens that
Yeah, it's a
makes
Because
bigger,
she
better
wasn't.
thing.
Wait,
yes.
because like at the end she wasn't there the whole entire time because he had her stay behind, and then
Mhm.
Hmm.
And
yeah.
we see what happens because there are two people that we don't see out of this entire military force. It's her and it's Crush. We don't see either one of them. We even see Felix with Julius and her military people. Like we see
Yeah.
all of them, but we don't see those two. And so the first episode of season 2 is what happens on their side of the
Yeah,
events.
of
God.
the fight. Yeah, because we leave them.
Okay.
Mhm.
Also, my scene that I want to shout out is to the Sorceit's husband for finally getting revenge
Oh yeah.
on his wife
Oh
and then
yeah,
being able to say "I love you" because he felt like he couldn't say it until he fulfilled that. I was like that shit was heartwarming because that boy was going
Mhm,
stupid on that
mhm.
well. He was going stupid on that well.
Also, I don't know if you P, but I know me and Jerry know. But his name is Wilhelm von Estrella. He's related to the Sword Saint from the first episode that saved Subaru with the red hair.
Oh,
yeah. They are relatives. How I shall not tell, but yes, they are relatives.
Yes, because
And
his
that is
name is
why Reinhardt. That's why Reinhardt is now the current swords master.
yes.
mm, probably his grandson or
Yes.
something.
It's a very interesting thing that doesn't really get talked about until season 3. But
Hmm.
season 3 is here's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
After watching season 2 and season 3, season 1 is annoying, but it becomes more palatable and things get you understand everything once
Things
you
get explained.
rewatch season 1. When you rewatch season 1 after knowing what happens in season 2 and season 3, it's like, oh shit, that's why that happened like that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I kind of want to first I want to reiterate the grades that we gave for the first 5 episodes. And then we're going to give our grading for ReZero. No Game No Life we averaged out to be an A. Seventh Prince we averaged out to be a B. Zenshu we averaged out as an S. Villainess we averaged out as a C. And Spirited Away we averaged out as an A. Where would y'all rank ReZero season 1?
You know, I'm a truther, so it's getting an S for me.
Season 1?
I wouldn't put
Season
that as an
one
S.
for
I
sure.
give that maybe a high BA.
I no, I enjoy every minute of season one. Absolutely. Absolutely. Superior. Once again, it is a divergent from the typical isekai um pattern of like we're trying to discover how to get back home. Super's not interested in trying to get back home, right? He's trying to be in this world and make a difference. That is one of the first ones. We see them now, right? Um of a lot of that of people being like, you know what? Kind of like in ones that are more like based off of manhwas, they love staying in there because they're in like they're kind of like their fantasy in their book or in their whatever media that they enjoy. They get transported into that. Um, but Subaru's in an unknown place, decides that he likes this unknown place, is attached to this unknown place, and wants to stay and make a difference. I think that is so different. I think it's also a very unique use of a time loop, right? Because there are other stories. If you look at like seven time loop, that one is kind of similar, but not the same. It comes after ReZero. Also, if you look at, I think it's All You Need Is Kill. That is also a time loop. It's a little bit shorter though. Um, so yeah, I think that yeah, season one of ReZero kind of sets the tone and kind of push the envelope of what isekais can do, what they can be, how can you really utilize your fantasy world to be more than just a happy fantasy, right? Like what are the darker tones within that fantasy? What are the the consequences of that? I think it is a superior piece of work. So yes, it gets an S for me.
I give it a high B, right? Because for first season, it has a good story. It it keeps you engaged. It gives you that sense of mystery, trying to guess and figure out the story along with the character. But it doesn't have that overall like completion feeling that makes me feel like it's an S, right? Especially with Subaru. Like 80 said earlier, like with his character, his I hate his character in season one. Like it doesn't get better to
Mhm,
the end of season one.
mhm.
Like
Mm,
like I hate his character. Like versus to the one that we watched, I forget the name, but with the girl was the manga artist. Like you had
Zenshu.
Zenshu, you had a full fledged drawn out story, the character development of her, everything felt so rounded and neat at the end of it for season one. That is like, yeah, this is definitely top tier. Like, I have no questions. You know what I'm saying? Everything got drawn out, everything got flushed. I feel satisfied and full with what I've seen here. I don't get that with ReZero. That and that's because of course it probably is just because to be drawn out into other seasons. But as a season one, yeah, this is like a high BA.
Would you rank this higher than Seventh Prince?
Yes, yes, I would rate this higher than Seven Prince. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, look, I love Seven Prince. I love Seven Prince, but there's just some certain things in Seven Prince that just should not have been in there, and it makes me question the artist. You know what I mean? And the author, and it's just like, why? Why did we do that? And then the story is okay, but it's still kind of cookie cutter. It doesn't really dig as deep as ReZero does. It doesn't make you feel as deep as ReZero does. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just like oh yeah, that was fun to watch. Where ReZero's like, oh shit, not that person died. Like what the fuck? Like
Hmm.
those moments, like fuck, not you dying. Like when freaking the Sword Saint husband got eaten, I was so sad. I was like, oh, I don't remember this shit. I was like,
Hmm.
I was like, what? We lose him? I was like, no. And then they were like, no, we could cut him out the stomach. I said, fuck yeah, cut him out that damn stomach. And to see, to see that shit happen and my man like punch his way out the stomach and then like get out, then to sit there and stand on top of that bitch and then cut his head off. I was like, yeah, it felt like I was watching. I now know what it feels like to watch an NBA game and see your team like bring it back with the last like 5 minutes, and you just standing up and just freaking like doing the muscle chant over the shit. That's
Yeah.
how I felt watching that shit. You know what I mean? I got up, you know what I'm saying? I was pumping my chest and shit. Like, so it gave me those moments. So it's definitely a high BA, but it doesn't have that overall like full rap to me to make it an S. But
Yeah.
I mean, it was meant to be that way. I'm gonna assume because it has to be fleshed out more.
Yeah. I mean, clearly we got three other seasons that we
It's so
could go
much.
through. Um,
Yeah.
would you
And
rank this
even
higher than No Game No Life or Villainess or Spirited Away?
yes.
Higher than Spirited, no, higher than Villainous, not higher than No Game No Life. No Game No Life was just because I'm a gamer at heart and that universe spoke to my soul. So it will always be a love child for me. It's not going to be higher than No Game No Life for me. It's not. The mind games and the plotting, the the plotting, the overall schemes, it was just too good. It was too good. Like they will run tracks around. If they were in ReZero, they would have had that world figured out by the second day.
If they could live that long, that's the key.
Like,
Mhm.
no, I'm saying they would have died the first time and saw that it came back, and they would have had that shit on lock after that. And
Yeah.
I stand on that. Like you, like they would have had that shit locked.
Mayhaps. Perhaps. But I think that because Subaru does not have it on lock is what makes ReZero ReZero, right?
True.
You have multiple stories, right? As we hear a lot, as we right, like the reason we're on this podcast, right? It's like everyone thinks that isekai is just slop, right? It's kind of the very cookie cutter, kind of same thing. Everybody's overpowered, everybody's overleveled, right? Everyone is invincible in their own right. So to see a character have very realistic struggles, have to figure it out on his own with, once again, yeah, he has a superpower that he can come back, right? Like even with Return by Death, right? Where he is essentially immortal. That doesn't mean that that makes him all powerful. That doesn't mean that he can just rewrite the world and just, oh, I don't like how this went, let me just go ahead and die, right? Because he is still a person. And even though he has to go through this, he still has to die and still has to feel the very real pain and the suffering that comes along with that, and those that he cares about as well. I haven't seen, as we've gone previously and like look, in the past at older isekais and even some of the new ones that are out, ain't nobody reheating these nachos. No one's doing it like ReZero.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, is Saru groveling and is he not the best? Yeah. But I think that that is a part of the journey, right? Of learning how to use this power in this place that you don't know, right? You're completely in the dark about everything. And what do you do? What are the decisions that you make? And like you said, yeah, the story is not complete. As you'll see through season 2 and season 3, Subaru does die less, right? Because he'll learn also about Return by Death is that he can't control it. So even these like save points that he has, there's no telling where actually he'll loop back to. It seems
Mhm.
really nice and cute here in season 1, like, oh, he's returning back to the same cute little apple stand. As the season progresses, there's no control over that, right? There's no control over that, and then you still have the fear of death. I think these are very real human qualities within himself. Even being pathetic. People who are still pathetic and are useless and are needs are still important and still have value. The world shows us that, ReZero shows us that. So yes, it gets an S for me. The underlying themes are there. Because once again, we have time loops, we have immortality, we have a fantastical world. But ain't nobody doing it like this in the way that it's being done.
Yeah,
So an S for me, signed, sealed, delivered.
to rebuttal that though, right?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
I I read that. I feel like the reason why this is one of the better isekais is because this is came out at the time where isekais had a little bit more thought and structure before we started getting the slop, and that's why it holds up so well. You know what I mean? Like there's a definite timeline where we were like where old isekais weren't as good, and then they started to get more heart and soul put into them, and that's when we started getting the really good ones. And then when those good ones started to get really popular, that's when we started
Then it
to
opened up
slide.
the door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when we
Yeah,
started getting
very
the
true.
slop.
I believe like ReZero is in like that realm of like
Yeah,
opening
that
everyone's
time
eyes up
period
to
of
what
opening the
Isekai.
door.
Very sure.
Yeah, so like I feel like that's why it can sit where it is and be considered one of the greats, because it was one of those that had more heart and more thought put into it, and it helped pave the way. So that's why it sits there. So it's like, yeah, it's good, but it ain't the greatest. But compared to what we getting now, it's out here cutting necks. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah, like I said, even when I compared to things of the past, they not touching it.
Because the things of the past too, I feel like those were just starting. It was just a concept back then. It was fun and didn't really get that deeper thought. There's like a small window where like isekais really started to get a good bit of attention from authors that wanted to, I guess, explore in that genre, and they put a lot of heart and thought. That's how we got the ReZeros, we got the No Game No Lives. You know what I'm saying? And those made it popular, but at the same time, those were the ones that really got that real attention. Even before, like with the ones with old, with just like starters, it's a little concept would throw it out there, and then you have ReZero, No Game No Life, those that little section, and then after that, it's the slop. So I feel like it's just a specific timeline where it was just peak, and then after that,
Uh, uh-huh.
when you go back, it's still not that great, and when you go forward, it's even less great. It's just that little section of time where it was just peak. I don't think anything is going to really move out of, or I guess go past that little time section of peak. I think to me, the only thing I would say right now that could compete in that would be slime. Like outside of that, nothing else would fit with that peak timeline.
There are a couple of series that came alongside of it because this.
Yeah.
The thing is, this has a crossover series called Isekai Quartet, and it features characters from ReZero, Overlord, Saga of Tanya the Evil, and I believe Konosuba.
It's a
Mhm.
whole crossover of all those
Yeah.
characters.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a crossover anime. It's like chibi
Yeah.
style,
It's
but
chibi.
no,
Yeah, it's real cute.
but
It's real
this
Oh,
cutesy.
never mind. You said
no,
chibi.
no, no. But no, here's the thing, because it's depicting the like 4 or 5 largest isekai of that time. Think about like Bleach, Naruto, One Piece having a
Oh,
crossover.
oh, yeah. I mean, okay. So like, okay, I can sound like it's their version of the big three.
Yes,
Yeah, but it's like 5. Yeah, it's like 5 like isekai at that time.
yes.
I'll give you that yeah, for the time, is it a trendsetter? But I mean, it's standing the test of time. Because once again, season 1, oh my god, how long? I think it was like 6 years before we even got season 2 or
We got
so.
season 2 during COVID in like 2021.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it
back
took
in like COVID time.
forever. Yeah, it took forever. It took forever to get season 2. Then season 2 came out, and like I said, I believe people went back and watched season 1 because
hmm
like you can't
I
understand
was
season 2 without season 1.
I
And
was
then now
watching that.
we're getting them back to back consistently because it is
hmm
now becoming popular, like actually being very very popular. And
hmm
even season 2 and season 3, still there's nothing like it. There's nothing
Yeah,
like it on the market. So I can't say like, oh, it's just like frozen in the relic of time because it just happened to be a slightly better than its competitors. No, it really is just that good.
yeah.
Because
Oh yeah,
if it
that's a
was
testament
that if it
to the
was that
same
easy,
artist though. I feel
hmm?
like it's a testament to the artist and the artist or the author and the care and the love that they have for it. That's what I'm saying. Like that time frame is. I'm not saying like those just season one is the only thing that's gonna hold up. I'm just saying like the people in this time frame that made these ones put more effort and heart into it. So if the same person is still putting the same heart and effort into it, it's still gonna, outpace the other ones because that same love and intention is still going right back into it.
Yeah, it's the other thing where it's like, when you think about the setting and the characters, it follows the typical fantasy setting, yeah, and a lot of the more isekai slop like things that happen nowadays, they follow a fantasy setting, but it's more power fantasy. Main character is strong or has some type of
Oh,
cheat
because niggas
ability.
don't
Yeah,
niggas don't like storytelling. Niggas only like
Like,
seeing
yeah.
hands.
And
like
that's what I'm
that's the
saying. Like
thing.
it is unique and it's different and it's special in its own right. Because if it was so easy, everybody would do it. We would have right like after ReZero, we would have everyone having a terrible mean like in terrible main character who has a lovely arc, right? But we don't get that, so it is
There's a
different.
there are a handful that do kind of do that, but they do it in different ways. I'm not going to talk about the ones that do that, um, just because we may talk about them someday.
Hmm.
But ReZero is one of the progenitors. It is one of the ones that people should go and watch. There are a lot of episodes. There are about 70 episodes. Clearly, it's good if it has 4 seasons. Clearly, it's good if we're sitting here and talking about it and debating on, if we want to continue or not. Me and Jerry have seen most of it. Patrick, you're probably going to fall into season 2, and we'll probably have a deeper discussion about it at a certain point. Um, but yeah, this is a series that I think people should watch if you can stomach Subaru as a character. Like for me, when I first watched it, I actually had started watching it for a podcast that a friend, shout out to Sid. Um, he invited me to his podcast so we could talk about ReZero season 1. So this is actually my second time talking about ReZero season 1. In honor of season 2 coming out back then. But overall, I think that this is a great series. We should continue on with it a lot more. But next time, we will be talking in depth about a new series. Is it an isekai? Is it not an isekai?
Oh my god, yay.
It's something different. It's something new. We are going to be talking about Sentenced to Be a Hero. The winter anime that came out this year took the world by storm. It's oh man,
It's
listen.
good. But to give a preview, I say yes, it's isekai, but when we get to discussing it, I would say why I believe it's isekai, and it's not because of the main character.
Oh no. So here's the thing. Like, we're going to talk about that, and I know where you're going with that, and I understand, and I kind of agree, but we'll get there when we get there. We'll save the discussion for later. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please follow the Lookout at the Lookout RNC. Follow all of our socials. We'll have them put in the description below. We're on TikTok, we're on IG. Please subscribe to the YouTube. Over 700 subscribers right now. Building that, following strong. We got a lot of clips coming out. The Big Eyes podcast is back. We're going to be talking about Hiromu Awakawa's work. If you don't know who that is the mangaka for Full Metal Alchemist and Demons of the Shadow Realm. We're going to be going and gushing about their works. We just wrapped up Hell's Paradise season 1. We're going to be talking about Digimon next week. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot going on, man. So please listen to everything that we got coming out. Also, by the time this episode comes out, there should have been a plug and play. Maybe not. We did some streams on Twitch. I don't know. Go check out the Twitch archive there. Yeah. Subscribe. Listen to us everywhere. We'll catch y'all guys next time. See you.